Are you stuck? What about unhappy? Join Elena Chapman, author, mentor, and life coach for 30-minute moments as she challenges you to get out of the doldrum and start living your life to the fullest. It's time to celebrate that life with 30-minute moments.
Welcome to 30-Minute Moments. I'm your host, Elena Chapman, and as you know, this show is all about the ease and betterment in your life. And you know, isn't it awesome to just breathe? To loosen the muscles in your shoulders and your stomach and your joints, just to go, ah. Isn't that so cool? We don't often get to do that. We don't often get to just be that way. Wouldn't it be even better if we felt that way 99% of the time, 95% of the time? What does it take to get ourselves to deal with every situation with creativity and confidence? And just a powerful inner knowing that you're being guided in your life. And using that part of the spirit that's creative to solve our problems and to better our relationships, to face the challenges with an inner knowing. Isn't that cool? Well, number one, we give you the nuggets on this show, so that helps. But I'll tell you, this November 2nd and 3rd in New York City, Soul Manifesto, which Elena Chapman, your host, is the founder, is having a fantastic workshop and a really serious, delving, intense time, but fun. I'm all about having fun to gain these skills. And we've got some fantastic people to help you, bringing strategic and wonderful ways of getting the spirit to come and create in your marketing, in your business strategy, in your relationships, in your life and your health. All these will be covered. And a special guest is Elizabeth Gilbert of Eat, Pray, Love. She's going to talk about bringing that creative spirit into your art. We're going to have so much fun. If you're interested and you're serious, you've really got to want this. Because it's going to be a weekend where when you get out, you are going to feel that powerful change, and you are going to breathe, and you are going to say, oh my gosh, I got this. So if you're interested and you really want this feeling, then go to soulmanifesto.com and then press on experiences and read up on it. And my gosh, why not look? So anyway, now let's get on to our show. But breathe deep. Keep that breath going. My guest today is Robert Malloy, and he's coined Rob Gigi After Dark Malloy. I love this. He's a veteran business owner. He's a single dad of 4 kids, 2 adults and 2 teens. Oh my gosh, I so feel you, Robert. I am right there. And almost an empty nester. I keep saying that too. He was born in Providence, Rhode Island, and raised in the South. He's twice married and has no regrets. Get that too. Rob has learned how to appreciate all the valuable lessons learned in life. And that is cool. He firmly believes in having a strong spiritual relationship. Yes. Oh, this man is so in line with the show, with his creator. His gift is to bring others together, to encourage, uplift, and empower. Ah, I love it. His passion is to see others win. That's what it's about. He's faced some health scares of his own, and after that, he decided that he was going to make the changes of his life to live a healthier lifestyle. 80 pounds lighter. Go, Rob. Fantastic. He's committed to helping each and every one of his clients achieve through his Bob Nitro lifestyle fitness programs. I'd be interested in hearing about that. He also coaches children with special needs and serves as the athletic director for Special Athletes of Metropolitan Atlanta. All right. So everyone, do you see how we give? Giving, serving. Rob is passionate about having a safe space for conversations and dialogue. So he began a movement it's on social media, called Gigi After Dark. Very cute. that embraces conversations about topics that one may not want to share in public. Imagine that. These topics may not be popular with the current climate or even within individuals' friends and family circles. However, the romantic and platonic and the family topics often meet the need and encouragement of the people and the healthy dialogue of the event. So, with that, I would like to bring you on. Hello, Robert. How are you?
Amazing, Elena. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. I love it, and I love the whole title of Gigi After Dark. I think that is a wonderful forum for people to be able to, open up where we don't, to take off the mask, Do you find that is really happening in that group?
Yeah. Again, I want to thank you for having me.
Oh, you're so welcome.
I feel so much better even after hearing the intro. I've taken deep breaths even while waiting for my opportunity to speak. That really makes a difference. It truly does.
I'm so glad.
It takes out a lot of the nervousness. It also allows one to concentrate and focus. So thank you, first and foremost.
You're welcome.
And to answer your question, right now, where we are, and I mean individual society, I do believe that we're doing a better job when it comes to being transparent. What I've learned is the fact to make sure that there is a safe space to have conversations. So there's just so much judgment, and on the opposite end of that spectrum, there's so many individuals that feel like they have so much to prove.
Oh,
and,
yes. We have to talk about that.
Yeah. So I focused and concentrated on, just allowing there to be a platform to where individuals can say pretty much whatever's on their mind with their freedom without feeling judged. And the way that I've been able to do that is by my transparency.
Yes.
I'm not worried about people worrying,
Yes.
thinking about, hey, well, this is his experience. These are the things that he has gone through. So what makes him an expert? And I never tell anyone that I'm an expert. I let them know, hey, I'm what you would consider a relationship realist.
I like that too.
Experience has been something that I take pride in. Whether it was a personal relationship with my family members, or a past marriage, or even a friendship. All of those mold me and make me the individual and the man that I am today. When I start with my transparency, it has a tendency to allow others to be a little bit more open about theirs.
It is true, and I think that is a gem for our listeners, because we often feel that in order to go out into the world, we have to put on our game face. We have to be that person that, I don't know, what others expect or what we think people will accept. But really, I have found that too, that when you start to just be you, and when you are not afraid of showing that true person. I know Brene Brown, she talks about vulnerability. That's what she's talking about. Yeah. And people think that is so hard. I think it's hard to put the mask on every day. That is so hard to do, to try to meet everyone's needs every day.
Yes.
But don't you find, Rob, that when you just allow yourself, say, I'm going to bring my best gifts forward today, the true me, my best gifts, and I'm going to shine. And just do that. It's true. People respond to it. It helps them to say, oh, I think I'll be more that way.
Absolutely.
I think we are so silly when we think we can't. I was in the coffee shop today, and I remember there was this older woman who came in, and she was, she said hello, and she met my eyes, and she said hello, and then quickly went in. You could see it. You could see the switch. Bam, that game face went on. She couldn't look at me too long. She thought she was invading my privacy. But really, the person that I saw in that glimpse before she put that game face on, I saw a woman who has had incredible experiences in her life. I saw a woman who had a twinkle in her eye for just a second. I saw a woman who I would have liked to have talked to, who I would have really liked, I could have actually learned from before she put that game face on. Isn't that something?
That is, and I think that happens more than often. And people do feed off other people's vibes, but it's not always in a sense to where they want to open up. Sometimes it's the opposite, and they may want to shut down, you know. And it takes an extraordinary individual to see past that and continue the conversation and continue to ask questions and kind of go beyond the monotony of just being cordial. And I think that's amazing. I think that's amazing to have even a glimpse or even have a few moments to bring out something out of an individual that normally would have shut down or just, and even realizing those things in that young lady, you know, I think that's amazing.
Now, you bring in all your life experiences. We all do. And I know sometimes our life experiences can make us feel more open about ourselves, which is good, and not wear it like a badge. And you don't wear it like a badge, correct? Right. Yeah.
That is correct.
Well,
for me, you know, at first, I always thought about, hey, you know, my experiences, a lot of people may consider them failures, or, you know, I would compare myself to other people and what's going on. And, you know, that wasn't fair to me. Number one, I have my own journey. And number two, I don't know anyone else's journey behind the scenes, you know. And,
I love this. That's true.
To have a testament, to have your own personal testimony that can be a blessing or an eye-opener for other individuals, I think is a great opportunity that every individual has. You know, whether they utilize it, whether they embrace it, whether they own it, is another thing. That's just part of their growth. But for me, I mean, when it comes down to even having children at a young age, obviously I didn't bear them, but I was extremely young, 16, 17 years old.
Yes, you were young.
The first daughter, daughter, and being a father, and even having, you know, another child after that, you know, a couple years later, and I was in high school, you know.
Wow.
And
that is hard.
Things I decided. Yeah, it was a challenge.
It is,
especially being involved.
It is.
Which is another.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, something within itself.
It is.
So one of the decisions that I made because I didn't want to go to college when I got out of high school. I just didn't want to waste anyone's money. So I decided to go into the military, and the Air Force was my decision out of all the branches I can go into. So I went in the Air Force. I'm always a health individual, so I went in as a medic. And that helped me with, you know, having some stability to take care of my
structure.
Kids.
Yeah, and stability and structure.
And structure as well.
You are listening to 30-Minute Moments, and this is Elena Chapman, and we're talking to Robert Malloy. And come back. We're going to talk about this.
You're listening to 30-Minute Moments with Elena Chapman, helping you discover your true purpose on WOWO and at WOWO.com.
Welcome back to 30-Minute Moments, and I'm your host, Elena Chapman. I hope you're still breathing. We're going to talk to Robert Malloy about this really powerful concept, and I know we do it every day. Comparing ourselves, Robert. Why do we always compare ourselves to other people? We compare ourselves to Facebook. We compare ourselves to our peers. We compare ourselves to, I don't know, everybody. Why?
Yeah. Elena, that's a great question, and I don't know if I have the answer. I think that it's case by case, and each individual really have to look at themselves. But what I can say for sure is, for me, I think the biggest thing is looking at and identifying what the competition is. And, as someone who has a brand, we're taught to compare the competition, looking at other brands and whatnot. However, before you get to that point, I think the first evaluation is your competition is yourself. And to be the best version of yourself should be paramount. And that's something that
I agree with that
on a daily basis.
Yes, and I agree with that. And the thing is, I don't think people realize comparison. We compare because it's really, it's how we're taught. We're taught the conformity, and in that conformity, we compare. When we were, don't you remember? I don't know. Maybe you didn't. I did a little, kind of. I wasn't very good at it actually. In middle school, we're all sticking out. Some of us are growing faster than others. You remember that time? That was part of the hardest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and with that has our. We don't want to be different. And I think we learn that it's easier to conform and be alike than it is because you don't want to be made fun of. You don't want to be sticking out. Oh, heaven forbid if I should be sticking out. And, and that goes through high school. You don't want to be different. That's conformity. So you're comparing to be like. And then all of a sudden you're out in the world. And you're in business, and you're trying to do something, and if you're just like the other person, guess what? Why are they going to choose you? All of a sudden, your job is to be different. That's hard to start thinking that way.
It is. You're absolutely right. It is. And again, that's learned behavior, like you just mentioned. And when it starts so young, it just becomes second nature. You look around, you see all the kids have on, certain brand of shoes. That's what you want. They have certain pair of slacks or shirts, and you don't want to stick out.
My boy does that.
You want to be accepted, and you want to be a part of something. And it is. I think that it takes. It definitely takes a lot of encouragement of your surroundings and your support system that would encourage you to be exactly who you are, even if you're growing and learning to be or coming into your own. I think support and encouragement to just stand out, be who you are as an individual, and not worry about other people's opinions. Obviously, easier said than done, but
it is.
Right.
But it is possible. It's funny when I decided to even go into this business. It's aligning yourself. It's a purposeful thing. Yeah. You align yourself with the people who you admire. You align yourself with people who you see who are themselves. You align yourself with people who have ideas and you hear them talking ideas. You see them achieving ideas. Those people are the people, if that's what you want, to step out of the box, you purposefully start to get to know them. You step out of your comfort zone and say, hello.
That's a great start.
Yes, it's a very good start. I love what you're doing. I would love to learn more. You step out of your comfort zone to start to follow the people on Facebook that are their real incredible selves. We have to step out of that comfort zone of conformity. And when we do that, that's the only time we'll stop comparing. That's the only time that we will start taking off the mask. And it's the only time that we have the opportunity to align ourselves with the people who will help us. Don't you agree?
I agree 100%. It also allows you to stand out and be the individual who you are. Even through your growth spurts, as I like to say. Growth spurts don't start at a certain age.
No.
They don't stop. They continue on. And, that is a really, really big deal. And I'm glad that you mentioned that. And stepping out of your comfort zone, I've always believed in the mantra of everything that you desire and want is on the other side of your comfort zone.
Oh, yes.
That keeps you out out of the box. You have to step out of that box because you don't know any better. And if you don't learn to do that, then you will.
But Rob, I'm going to be the naysayer here because you know they are out there. But Rob, it's so comfortable in here. I know everything. I'm very, there's a lot to be said for familiarity. I want those things, but I'm so comfortable here. I don't have to think here.
Yeah, and it's I look at it this way. What are your goals? If your goals don't scare you, if your goals don't challenge you, then you're still dreaming, and you deserve better than that. I think that each individual you have to set high expectations for yourself because there's enough people judging you. There's other people that's setting expectations for you, but they're not living your life. So if those are the results that you want, and you don't want to go any further, you have to look at it and do you deserve better than where you're at now?
And don't you just want to see? I mean, this life is for experiencing. This life is for learning as much as we can. Don't you just want to stick your toe outside that comfort zone? Don't you just want to see what could be? You never know unless you try, right?
Absolutely. I truly believe, and I listen a lot of times of individuals that have had a lot of success, and whether it's physically, financially, spiritually, things like that, and everybody.
Socially, yeah.
Everyone, socially as well. And everybody has said that they had to step out of their comfort zone to get to where they're at. Nobody has said that they have been complacent and gotten results.
I love that.
The results that they wanted and the results that they deserve.
Perfect.
And it's very powerful. It's a mindset indeed, but we deserve it.
We deserve it. You're listening to 30-Minute Moments. Keep saying that, people. I deserve it. We will be right back with my very favorite part of the show.
This is 30-Minute Moments with Elena Chapman, helping you find your inner self every Sunday on WOWO and at WOWO.com.
Welcome back to 30-Minute Moments. I'm your host, Elena Chapman, and we're talking to Robert Malloy. Guys, you got some awesome gems here. I hope you're still breathing. I hope you're still feeling good. I bet you are. It's time. It's time for that. The shift. We are going to learn about the aha moment. What is something that just pivoted your life, Robert? Could you tell that story?
Sure. And I can honestly say that it wasn't just one moment, but I can definitely give a defining moment. And I would say that it was a health issue. I was in a situation where I was in the store and I was feeling lightheaded and I was dizzy and things like that. And my wife at the time, was looking at me like, hey, what's going on? Long story short, I was in the hospital. I was in the ER.
Oh, my.
I was diagnosed with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, and some other highs that I don't remember at the time because I was in the hospital bed. And I had to make some major decisions. Number one was, do I value my own life? Because that's the life that I have to live. Do I value it? And I had to make some major changes, not only for myself, but those around me. And so another thing that I care about those around me, my family, my kids, and, my friends. And lastly, what example am I setting, for myself and for those that know who I am? And that brought me to where I am today. Did I want to leave a legacy? Did I want to be a legend, or did I just want to be remembered?
I love this. Well, no, you took responsibility. You said, I'm going to step up. I'm not going to allow this to happen.
I did. Absolutely.
That's powerful.
So, it was a complete 180, not a 360 because you go right back to where you started from, but it was a complete 180, and I made some major changes in my life at that time.
Do you know, what is it in you that you just said, enough is enough? I'm going to do some changes. I'm not going to let this happen. Because a lot of people say, oh, no, I'm sick. I got to get on medication. I'm limited for the rest of my life. But you said, no, I'm going to change this. What in you clicked? Do you know?
Well, it was actually just how I felt about myself. I felt like I didn't have a lot of value in myself, and I felt like there wasn't anything that I could give to share or help anyone around me. I felt like I could not contribute in any way, and I was just tired of that. I was tired of not having any results, and even as a younger kid, and even as an aspiring young professional, I had dreams and goals, and living the way that I was living, going through the things that I was going through, was not going to get me anywhere close.
Perfect. I love this. How can people find out more if they want to about you, Robert?
Well, there's a few different ways. My health and wellness website is www.nitrolife, NITRO, life, LIFE.me, nitrolife.me. And I can also be found with the Adult Conversation, GG After Dark, which is ggafterdark.com.
I think this is so cool. You're giving us so many gems. And one of them is just saying, I don't have to stay if I'm not happy. I don't have to stay here. And that is a big thing for people to realize. It's not a sentence you have to live out. You can say, no, I'm not going to do it this way. For all the listeners out there, how many of you are living in a life that it's enough? It's enough. And you don't have to get all angsty about it. Breathe. Actually, the breathing and the calmness is what's going to give you the clarity. And if you want to learn more, go to soulmanifesto.com too. That's one way. Or talk to Robert Malloy. But align yourselves, breathe, and think, what could I be? Who could I be? What could I create if I just said I was going to step out of my comfort zone? Have a magical week, and as always, namaste.
This has been 30-Minute Moments featuring Elena Chapman. If you missed an episode, download it now at wowo.com.
Podcasts by Federated Media.